Now the prototype mom episode was definitely dope. I wouldn't say they're superior, but I think more women. I don't know. Maybe the audience is just a little bit. I don't know. What you think, Mo? Like, why you think they numbers jumped up?
I mean, that's who supports this type of content. I mean, that's all it is.
Yeah, right. It's they've been doing it for years. Ricky led the
Yeah, that's all.
daytime show, talk TV.
But no, I thought it was good though.
It was definitely a solid. I mean,
Yeah,
it's not better than we
yeah, it
had
was
some
good.
topics, but
Yeah,
and hopefully it's an equal thing. Like what I'm saying, we all benefit from it.
yeah.
Tom going to join us tonight. Let me see where they at. Tom and Leifer. But um, let's get rocking and rolling. I'm sure it'll pop up. Yo, so I just want to point out this is therapy for us all. Like week in, week out. We look forward to it. Listen,
Fellas, it's gonna be one of them nights.
It's gonna be. I'm telling you. What's good? What's good? What's good? Another Tuesday night at 9, man. Man, we're trying to stay on trend, man, with the world and see what we can add some value to it. Um, the world's getting a little crazy. Anytime it's award time, people get to thinking about weird stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I mean weird as in the end of days, especially when Israel is involved. Everybody thinking like, "Oh, here we go." Here's that Bible prophecy. So we kind of wanted to give our opinion on it a little bit, kind of dig into what we're thinking about, on this topic, and see if it relates to us at all, man. How y'all feeling tonight?
Feeling good, feeling great.
What up, though? Oh shit!
Yeah, don't put the brand up there.
I know, right? I'm about to say you already. I was like, oh, hold on, yeah.
You need to go switch your shirt.
Right, look, them tiny hats gonna cancel it. Yo, what that smoke?
Period. Hold on, let me check with Tom. So Tom is tie-dye Tom. He said he might step through, and this is unlikely for man. We might need to have an intervention. He don't miss for nothing.
Might have to go check
Wait,
on
time out. Time out. Do you see what just happened though?
What's that?
Hit is next.
That's a first. Well, I mean, look, that's because the timing was off.
Yeah.
Because I was on. I was actually already on.
Yeah. Oh, you was just chilling. You was waiting, kind of.
Yeah, and then I just happened to check my text, and I was like, "Oh, okay." So I got off. But yeah, I was on already.
Oh, okay, cool. But yeah, man. So Israel declared war, and it's a lot of weird stuff around it. You know what I mean? It's one of those things like me personally, I always try to make it like anytime Israel's involved, I always try to make it religious, just because from what we're told about the Bible, like in Israel, but there's so much more wrapped around it. You know what I'm saying? Like, because in our reality, it's really about bread. It's always about bread. We can make it religious as
You
we
always
want.
make it about that, and I always say follow the money.
Yeah. I mean, because we know, like, it's really about money, like you know what I'm saying. And
Yep.
I think it's ironic in this particular case that even in doing the research behind this topic, America has always sided with Israel in everything, right? And I've always thought it was a religious thing, but has nothing to do with that. So everybody's chiming in, and I don't even understand why this person I'm about to bring up is even speaking on it though. But Trump just did a press conference on Israel and the war and everything, and how he's standing with Israel. And I'm like, why do anybody care? Like, can he run again? Didn't he get 2 terms?
No, he only did one
Nah,
term. That's
So
why
he
they
was
running him. That's why they running him through this whole law thing now to try to deter him or try to eliminate him or disqualify him from being able to run again. Because I believe if he ran again, he getting in.
Okay, so let's talk about that. What do you think about Trump running for president? Hey, what's your thoughts on that?
I think at this point, man, the whole presidency in general really has become like I think it lost a lot of validity, man. I think it's more of a show than it is anything, man. I mean, and he's the star of the show. You know what I'm saying? It's he's not to capture the audience. Um, like he's good at what he does. So I'm with Mo. Like I really think if they put him in there, he'll win. You know what I'm saying? And he's related to prosperity. You know what I'm saying? And so honestly, man, like the sad thing is that in America, somebody like that could win it. You know what I mean? That just shows like I think the system is flawed, man. I don't think it's really about the best man. It's about like who can keep people who can make them dance the longest, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like who can keep people under the spell the longest.
What you got on that, Mo?
Hey man, look, he hit the nail on the head on that one, man. I I don't know if you remember this, but I remember I always thought I was like, not because I thought that Trump was going to be a bad president, but I knew he was going to ruin this country, not because of his policy or anything like that, but he's going to expose the illusion of democracy. And that's kind of what he did, man. He showed like this is all a sham, man. Like he's not like a career politician. He's not really even he didn't even have really any foreign policy, man. It was just like he came in. If I had to call it anything, man, he came in like a WWE fighter and just like it was all show. And I was like, yo, this is like they're eating this up. Like, and I don't personally believe that he was like all the rhetoric and stuff that people was associating with him. Just based on kind of his track record prior to that. I'm not gonna say he was like this blatant racist or whatever, but he was just, very he had some old school mentality. So some of that, just based on America's history is racist in theory, but I was like, yo, this is, and that's exactly what he did. He exposed the illusion of democracy. Like, it's not fair for everybody. It's not really the greater majority is what's going to get stuff done. It's about a popularity and it's about power and it's about a money grab. And he exposed it to the umpteenth powers. And that was always my fear with him.
Yeah, I think with him, like a reason why a lot of his peers turned on him was because he was just blatantly just telling everything. Like he was saying it like basically like, yo, I can still say this and still be, you know what I mean, the president. Like they was like when they was talking about his taxes, he was like, yeah, you should get better lawyers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like he was like yo, was like he was blatant with it. Like, you know what
Yeah,
I'm
if you ain't
saying?
cheating,
They was
you
like,
ain't trying. Like, wow.
yo, they was like, yo, stop. Like you telling too much. Like I think that's what I think he was just breaking the rules at one point. Like he was just showing them like, yo, anybody, as long as you can entertain them and you can pull and play on the emotions of people, you know what I'm saying? You can be in control.
Yeah, it's definitely like one big show, man. I don't understand. I don't know if it's really helping. Is I don't know if he's helped us at all for real, like even being president. I know there's a lot of things that people say he did, or things that came around or whatever. But I think it's all one big pony show. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like so. Our last president, I thought was probably like Barack. Even that was kind of like of a show spectacle. But with that though, is that was the last real president situation that we had. After that, it's just like let's show you let's show the world how much we really don't care about this. That's what I take. We'll put anybody in there. You know what I'm saying? And actually, I kind of think like even to think back when Arnold Schwarzenegger, became a governor of California, we were just like, what? How did that happen? You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not even American. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is going on? How's that happen?
So here's something to keep in mind, man. Like, we only know what we know, and based on like how old we are, or whatever. There's nothing new under the sun. This isn't new. Ronald Reagan did it before him. He was an
I
actor.
know. Yeah, I know that. I know
see
that,
what I'm saying?
but
Like,
we was way young.
so
I mean, yeah.
so like, like my grandparents, and they were heavily into politics, and like I've said before, they were Republicans. Like, obviously they were gone before this happened, but in my head I could hear they'd be like, this is a rerun, like, because they felt the same way about Reagan. Like, it was the same, like, it's the same discussion that I heard as a child that I didn't understand at the time.
Yeah,
and then I put my current understanding on. I was like, this is like the whole "Make America Great Again." That's all regurgitated from Reagan. Like, he didn't even come up with the slogan. Like, it was all old stuff.
Yeah.
Like, it's just that people, especially now, people's memory and their attention span is so short. They don't even have the longevity to go back and understand it. They're just running the same play that they worked previously. So, yeah, I mean, personally, I think it was just really just kind of retribution for Obama, man. There was a certain, I won't say majority, but there was a big portion of the country that was so put off by a black man, whether he's a FBA, if that's what you want to call him, black man or not, being in the White House. They were like, we need to get back to some normalcy, and they were willing to take it in any form. Even people who didn't necessarily believe in the rhetoric and some of the stuff that he was pushing, they were like, it can't be that. Like, I remember I had a bet with somebody that because the thought was that, okay, after Obama, it was like everybody got a turn, right? So they're like, okay, the black man had a turn. So now they was thinking it was going to be a white woman. And I was like, the country's not ready for that. I said that 8 years prior. I made a bet that I was like, it's not going to happen, because I said the country wasn't ready. And I was right. Now, I didn't anticipate the pendulum swinging this far to kind of going back to I mean, they were trying to take it back to a time when we weren't really even humans. But yeah, I mean, I just think that, none of this is new. If people actually do the research and they actually like understand history, this is all just a rerun.
Yeah, I think back to your point, I think that's how Biden got in, because Trump was so bad that everybody just went that way. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they even looked at his policies, his running mate. Like, it was more just like, he's not Trump. Just go ahead and let him in. Like, I
100%.
think, and I think Hillary, reason why she lost again, she has no personality, and it's really about captivate. You know what I'm saying? She really doesn't. She's running off of, you know what I mean, a name, and she don't really have a personality. And honestly, people didn't want to see her age into the White House. Like, it's a difference, and I hate to say it like that, but it's a difference when watching a woman age and watching a man age. You know what I mean? She just didn't have the same appeal. Like I said, it's really a soap opera.
Yeah.
Yeah. It didn't go right for her, man. She waited probably 8 years too late.
You think if she would have been a little bit more attractive, she would have had a better shot?
Definitely.
And Sarah Palin.
Yeah. Look at her appeal.
She was a blooming idiot, and people was like trying to get her in there, and she was an idiot.
Yeah. Facts.
I think that's another conversation that me and you have to have, Mo. Or maybe it's another topic that we need to have on the show, because you're a firm believer in looks don't help you in business.
No, that's not true. You've always missed my point on that. You've always missed my point on that. Like, so his assumption is that the pretty bow sells the car. I'm like, the car has to be good though. Like, all things being equal, okay, then the bow makes more sense. But like, and I don't want to get too far off on that tangent, but like, the bow only matters if the product is quality. Like, don't sell me something bad. Look, you gonna sell me a car with a bad engine because it got a nice bow on it? Like, I ain't buying that.
Hey, people buy BMWs with 150 miles on it all the time
because they're not smart. Yeah, because they're not smart.
Everybody's not
smart.
Good
business. Yeah, it's not good business.
Everybody's not smart. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people rather fake it till they make it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's just a fact to it. But
right. So you're right. You're right about that part.
To jump into the next question, man. How do you feel about there's the Hamas, right? And that that let off the initial attack or whatever. But they've been going at it for decades. Like it's been a long time running. What's your thoughts on America? Kind of funding them $6 billion. You know what I'm saying? Like how we ally with Israel, and then we fund a terrorist group $6 billion.
It's on me, right? Is it on me? It's gonna be me
Yeah,
for the night.
yeah, it's on
Yeah,
you for the night.
Yo, son, they honestly they just get all they're doing is getting a return on their investment. You know what I mean? In any recession, the fastest way to come out of recession is war. You know what I mean? It's factual if you look at it. You know what I'm saying? I mean that's how it works. But you understand there's a lot of interest in like it's more than just religion. It's a lot of interest in the land. It's a lot of interest in that war. You gotta remember that's just following the money because they're gonna buy the weapons from us. You know what I'm saying? And are built in the companies that make most of the weapons are from where? You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I think that's just a return on investment. That's just following the money, man. That's what honestly, in my opinion.
So Hit makes a very good point. I'm trying to determine how deep I want to go in this. But Hit makes a very good point as far as a return on investment. But my thing is this is more about protecting an investment that they had already made years ago. For example, the thing that's really good and convenient about that is that gives us, let's say, a hub around a central hub for all their interests, right? Because all those places around, we have monetary or business interest, and that allows us because we have basically the thumb on that region by a lot allying with them. We're able to kind of understand the region and survey the region and have a finger on the pulse on previous investments that we had already made in that region, whether it be oil, whether it be whatever. So with that being said, yeah, it's more of us protecting an investment versus this being the actual investment. This is us actually saying, hey, we actually already have investment and we need to protect that investment. So that's what they're doing. And we're making a little bit of money on top of it too, so that don't hurt either.
Yeah, I would ask this though, right? So with all the issues that we have here in this country, right? You know what I mean? You got, the homelessness that's
I
running
love where you're going
rampant.
with this.
You know what I'm saying? People starving and you know what I mean? We just went through the healthcare issues and all the different things that's going on in this country. Where the hell did we come up with 6 billion? You know what I'm saying? And drop 6 billion on somebody. And we're like we got Americans that's really struggling. You know what I'm saying? To make it week to week. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I would just ask that, like, that shows you I think that says a lot about, you know what I mean, how people in power feel about us, you know what I mean, and how much we really matter. If you can fund 6 billion, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy, man. That's ridiculous.
No,
I
it's
love where he's going
absolute.
with that. I
Yeah,
love where he's going with that. That's real.
that you're willing to take away from us to get it done. Type situation.
Yeah.
But like you said, it's always
No,
it's always an investment. They already got us wrapped
right.
up in the bag.
And that's where I was going to go with that. I don't say. I mean, I think it speaks to the lack of value that they see in investing in us. There's not much of a return.
Yeah.
I think that's what it speaks to. Um, you know, I know a couple episodes, well, a long time ago now, we had the whole reparations episode, and I can't remember. I think the figure I said was like 15 billion, I believe. Shoot, 6 billion. That's 6 billion of it right there. You know,
Yeah.
like,
Easy.
but they were like, we gonna research it. We gonna see if we can make it happen. It didn't take much of an issue or much of a research to make this happen. This 6 billion happen, and we're in the middle of a recession, whether
So
people realize it or not.
what's wild to me is that they're trying to appeal. It's always the war that they always try to do this where they try to appeal to our. It's really about the money we know, but they always try to appeal to like our religious side or humane side. Like, oh, they're they're killing us in XYZ manner, and that's why we need y'all to come help save us. Type, and it's like just be true about what y'all are. I mean, but there's still so many sheeps. You know what I'm saying? That it's just easy to be like, oh, this is a religious thing. You know what I mean? And it's just
Clearly, it's
it's just
not.
some money. It's just a money play.
Clearly, it's not, because there's no religion that's talking about off with their heads, and like it's all supposed to be about love thy neighbor, love thy brother, or whatever. But like y'all are out here doing all these heinous things, and you're breaking all kind of commandments, and then you're supposed to like pull on our heartstrings with sympathy to help you go kill other people. Like that's great.
Yeah,
Like
like oh,
if people just
they're
use
a
their head,
Muslim
like just this
country.
doesn't make sense.
You're like, come on.
Yeah, if people just think logically, like this doesn't make sense.
You think it has to do like deep down within their rights though? It has something to do with religion deep down with them. We know it's not religion with us. It's
How,
bread.
you're talking about the two opposing sides?
Yeah. So like the fact that it was, Israel, Palestine, like in doing the research, right? It's like the Jews that are there, they're all European.
And that's what I was about to say. I'm gonna say, is it really? Like, because I get that,
Like what's
quote
that
unquote,
about?
yeah, quote unquote, that's somebody chose religion, and then they decided to have a free state in your backyard. Like, is that really
Yeah,
religion?
yeah.
Like, no, that's Columbus coming and planting his flag. That don't got nothing to do with religion.
Nothing.
So, I mean, I personally don't buy it, but
What's over there to be had? Other, is it really still oil?
oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
But
That's the whole
but
reason.
I mean, but that's not necessarily why they went over there. Like, because the area that's actually like the Gaza Strip or whatever, and the part that's actually being occupied, and like supposedly like they're not necessarily like drilling oil or anything over there. So that kind of kills that argument.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like, what's the end goal here? Like, why they've been fighting over it so long? You know what I mean? It's one of those lands that's been conquered over and over and over. It's like somebody's
Yep.
always coming to get it, and that's the biblical part of it, though. You know what I'm saying? That land will happen to that land. That it'll always, Israel
Yeah.
always, come in. Uh, be captives to this group and that group, never belonging to itself. You know what I'm saying? And now it's like, to the spoils go to the spoils go to the
Yeah.
victor.
Yep.
But it's like the people that even came back to like reclaim was theirs. It ain't even theirs. Like y'all perpetrating. It
Yeah.
ain't even y'all's. Like y'all
Y'all
just
just the original thieves.
yeah. Pose like, oh, let's change the
Look, I'm
religion
telling
to
like
say
look, I'm telling you already know. Like I could go real deep with this, but
we not.
I'm trying not to,
Yeah.
Yeah,
because
I
this
think you got to look at it through history and time, right? Like how religion has been the catalyst. You know what I'm saying, to do a lot of different things. You know what I mean? The Crusades was based off religion when we all knew that they was just really going, you know what I'm saying, and spreading out and trying to steal resources from other countries. And so like if you look at, because religion, it can be, it's an emotional thing for most people. You know what I'm saying? And with emotions, you can control thoughts, you know what I'm saying, of the masses. So I think that's why religion is really being pushed on it, because that's an emotional thing, right? You know what I mean? And it gives them an emotional reaction. So when you keep pushing people about, oh, it's because the Muslims is you know what I'm saying, Islam, you know what I'm saying, against, you know what I'm saying, the Jews or whatever, right? And that gives people an emotional reaction, and it stops them from actually sitting there thinking rationally about what's really happening in front of them.
I had another point to make, but I want to get into some fun, right? Not a lighter topic. It's really a man topic though, right? Um, the Mel Tucker situation.
look. Let's get into this. Look, I don't necessarily have to be as measured on this one. Okay.
Like my man, he gets fired for being accused. Like he's basically being me too. You know what I'm saying? Um, and it's crazy that they could just fire somebody just off some accusations. And he's going back and proving like new stuff has come out saying like, oh, there's been text messages on how she was plotting against him. So I guess the question, my first question on this would be, how do you protect yourself in these situations, man? Like, how do you find somebody genuine? What you got hit?
I record everything, son. Every record, everything, screenshots, consent forms,
Don't help.
everything. You know what I'm saying?
That ain't
But
it.
but honestly, I don't know if you guys remember NFL Network a few years ago, where there was a female that was I don't know if she was a producer, she was something behind the scenes, and she wiped out like the whole cast. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you don't remember that? It was
Oh yeah, with Marshall Falk in them. Yeah,
it,
yeah, I
it
do
was
remember that.
it was I think it
Yeah,
was Sap, it was
yeah.
Folk,
No, Sat wasn't
no
involved,
Sap,
but
it was a Ike Taylor. You know what I'm
yep.
saying? Like it was mad dudes. Like she wiped out the whole lineup. You know what I mean? And it was all based off. You know what I'm saying? She basically like set these dudes up and was doing certain things and getting these dudes to react. And you know what I mean? With intention on what she was about to do was sue the network. So I think like it's been proven, right? Time and time again, um, like they do that this happens. Like this is a real thing. But we constantly take the bait. You know what
Mm.
I'm saying? Like we know it in our hearts, we feel it, you know what I'm saying? Even in my in my position in my company, like you think always throw the bait to you. You know what I'm saying? And even though you know, right, that that's not a good career move, it's still the temptation is always there for us to conquer. Like it's hard for us to resist it. You know what I'm saying? And we know like we even know the setup and we try to fight it, we try to maneuver around it, do it the smartest way, but in the end, it just takes all they gotta do is just say one time and it's over for us. So I think we have to be like we have to do some inner thinking and like understand like son, you can't beat this. Like you gotta have an understanding. You gotta just stay away from it. There's no way you can beat it because I'm pretty sure, and I don't know all the details of it, but I'm pretty sure he engaged enough. You know what I mean? It may not been as far as she wanted, but he still engaged it some in order for her, you know what I'm saying, to come up with the plot.
No, he went like I think he smacked and everything, and they had like rough sex or whatever.
Yeah, so that was the
Like
setup, man.
it was a whole thing. They had rough sex or whatever, and then she sent text messages talking about I'd never been so aroused in my life, and this was amazing, and blah 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 blah. And then like sent text messages to her homegirl like, yeah, I'm about to go get the bag. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make him pay for it. You know what I'm saying? He about to feel all of it, but hey, like she like
Oh.
there was a full force. I'm gonna let Mo spit, but I got something else I want to kind of say. I don't know if he's gonna talk on it. I'm gonna let him go though.
Listen, I'm gonna touch on this from another angle. There's no easier way to take down a black man with money, and then other than a white woman in sexual allegations.
You hit my point. You hit my
That's the playbook.
you hit my point.
That is the playbook. Listen, so let's be clear. So I'm gonna give a little bit of a backstory on this. So everybody, they're looking at Prime as the big show out there in Cleveland. I mean, in Colorado. So Mel Tucker was the coach prior to him at Colorado, and wasn't great or whatever. So he moved on to Michigan State. His first season didn't do nothing like spectacular or whatever, but because of the whole BLM movement or whatever, and folks wanted to look woke and folks wanted to look like, they cared about diversity and stuff like that, they gave him a 10-year, $95 million contract. Deserved or undeserved, that's not for me to decide. But that literally made him a target. And this lady chose to victimize him because of his contract, because of his success. Like, that's crazy to me. Like, literally, I've seen kind of, the stuff that his lawyers have put out. He became a victim because of his success. And her weapon of choice was sex. That's the playbook against us. Especially in this country, we know that, or I ain't gonna say we know that there's a stereotype that we can't control ourselves sexually as men. No matter how successful you are, no matter how hell.
Is that black men or all men?
It's really all men, really. But you can victimize a black man with a white woman way easier. It's a way easier win. I remember years ago, Ezekiel Elliott, he was leaving Ohio State and he had a girlfriend, a white girlfriend, and he was going to the league, and you know how it be. He's like, all right, man, it's new chapter in my life, man. I think I'm gonna focus on my career. I think we should break up. She came to him and was like, hey, I need about 15 M's, or I'm about to put an accusation on you. He's like, what are you talking about? And she said, well, you're a big black athlete. I'm a white girl, so you know how this goes. Like, so inherently, like, that be in the back of their minds, yo. So with that being said, like, I remember Chris Rock said this. He was like, yo, if you're gonna be a black man and you're gonna be successful and you're gonna do good in this world, he's like, you got to be squeaky clean. And the way he worded the joke was, he was like, can you imagine if cigarettes were created by black folks in North Carolina with jerry curls? He was like, man, you know how illegal a cigarette would be? They ain't finna let you get rich off something that kill people. So that's the thing.
It ain't right unless it's white or something like that.
Man, like we have to really be mindful. And I hate that it happened to him, but in some ways I'm like, yo, you played yourself. Like I put a lot of responsibility on him for taking the cheese. Like, what were you thinking? Like,
so I mean, but we're just, there's so many things that we got to deal with, right? Think about it. We're just looking for somebody genuine for real. I know, to think that we can.
No, he wasn't looking for nothing genuine.
But I'm speaking in general, right? Because I'm even reflecting to the Theo thing. You know what I'm saying? How he was like, yo, black girls treated me bad. Like, I like white women because black girls treated me bad. Okay. That's an ongoing thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, dudes be corny or whatever. And, hey, white girls is nice to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing in college. And they got mad access. You know what I'm saying? For the ones that go to college.
No, I mean, look, so what? Like, go where you're appreciated.
Okay.
All day.
But I wouldn't just limit it. So I think it does intensify from with the race aspect of it. But black women be on the same attack move too. You know what I mean? They might do a little different. They might do it with a baby. Like, you know what I'm saying? They might hit you with the baby.
But they can't weaponize their tears in the same manner. Oh yeah, they try it, but they think about it like they be like, oh, it's just a whole stereotype. They be thinking, oh, bed wench, they, so they just can't weaponize their tears in the same manner.
I don't think it gets the same. I think I said it, I agree it don't get the same publicity, but I think as men, in general, like, yo, we got to check our egos, man, and we got to, like, because we don't get emotional, but when that thing get hard, you know what I'm saying, we don't really be thinking, you know what I mean. I don't know if that's an emotional thoughts or what, but we're not thinking rationally, and you know what I mean. I know he had to see it coming, like. I mean, like, it's not a good look, man. And honestly, like, the most successful, like we talked about that, like how the most billionaires are married. You know what I'm saying? And how they have that foundation. That shit keeps them. That keeps them. They understand that helps them keep their money. You know what I'm saying? Because they stay out of a lot of issues like that.
You're right. It's more about that than it is about them that partner helping him grow. It's just keeping him out of harm's way, truthfully. Man, so I can't remember where I saw this recently. Oh, I know what it was. What's dude's name? Joe Rogan. It was kind of wild. And he was like, yo, feminists don't want to hear this, but he said, of all the billionaires and the top money people, he was like, kind of the men, they made their money doing, building stuff. And he was like, the women, it was divorce. He said that's where they made their money. And I was like, whoa. So, it's all a like they say, follow the money. Like it's all a grab bag. Like, so you, man, hell, hit you a boxer, man. You got to protect yourself at all times because you out here, trying to look for something genuine and trying to find something that really love you for you. Like once you get rich, man, that's out the window. Like, man, they weren't with you when you were shooting in the gym. So don't think that, she's there for what's in you, not what's on you. Like they're coming for what's on you, and you have to understand that and protect yourself.
So what you saying? You better off being broke if you want to find love?
No. What I'm saying is love is overrated.
Ooh.
I think when you reach a certain point, I think that loves to go out the window, man. It's not really about love. You know what I mean? It's once you reach a certain stature, it's hard unless that person. Well, most of the time, honestly, those people are mingling with people like blue bloods, right? You know what I'm saying? They're all mingling in the same places. So you're not gonna find somebody that's like they may not be as rich as you, but they may come from money. You know what I'm saying? But I still don't think in that aspect, like it's really you can really find true love. And I don't even know if the premise of true love exists. It's just like being a perfect person. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole thought of perfection is really like not a real thing. So like I don't know, like true love is that even a thing, dog? Like if that's even a real thing, I think you find mutual respect. You know what I mean? You find somebody, you know what I mean, that compliments you. But I don't even think true love is a real thing, honestly.
You feel the same sentiment? You don't think true love is real, Mo?
Not at all. I mean, but it never was. It was just an illusion that people were riding with. Like, so think about it. Like, I'm not gonna speak about other because it's actually a newer concept because it used to be about it was a business transaction between families. Think about it back when it was an arranged marriage type of situation. It was business, and then it got to the point where families weren't so like needing of connection to survive. So they're like, oh, well, okay, well, we can allow them the whole Romeo and Juliet thing. Clearly that wasn't working or whatever. So what's ended up happening is these people are like, so, okay, I'm letting you pick somebody. Golly, this is probably the third time I've mentioned this. What Farrakhan says, people that look like us, they mate from the navel down, and people that the other people mate from the neck up. That's the difference. Like, literally, like, okay, if you like if it's about love, like why are y'all going to the courthouse and signing a document for love? Like that's a business transaction. You know what I mean? Like I remember I was talking to a chick that said that. She was like, yo, you ain't never going, she was like, you ain't never gonna get married again, or like, why you say that? And she said, because you ain't never gonna love nobody enough to go and sign your life away to them. And I was like, oh, I was like, you right. I was like, okay.
I guess that at that point it's a matter of are they willing to put the same amount of skin in the game?
Exactly. So with that being said, why would you tether yourself and all your resources to somebody who ain't got nothing? They have everything to gain and nothing to lose. It's a bad deal.
How you feel about that hit? You think that's a road you'll ever come to?
Uh, ooh, that's
Yes,
tough, man. Even the thought of it be like, you know what I'm saying?
you will.
Um,
At
I'll
some
tell you
point you
this
want to
though.
go into cruise control and sit it down, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Or your paper gonna get so long that you're gonna want to protect it. You're not gonna be out here exposing yourself to all these
To
threats, all these
randomness,
people.
to
Yeah,
situations
to
like
all
this.
yeah. You ain't gonna want to be exposing yourself. Like your paper gonna get so long that you be like, I can't be risking it out here
I
every
can't
night.
risk it.
uh, yeah, and I just think in general, I think you know what I mean. We all are yearning for like companionship, a certain level of companionship. Like
Mhm.
you know what I mean. You getting all this, you hustling, you man paper, like, but like as humans, right? They say you need what more than just bread and water to survive, right? And people
Mhm.
think it's like it's not the food. It's talking about it's more than just nutrition. You need something to fill your spirit, something you know what I mean
Mhm.
for your emotions. So I I do think eventually, yeah, like you know what I mean. We all yearn for that. Like this, it's just finding that right person. You know what I'm saying? And the ability. I think honestly, with at this point, it's the ability to see that person through everything that's going on, right? Because it's a lot going on. Like, it's a lot of moving parts, right? And you just really trying to look down the field and see that receiver open. Like, you know what I mean? But it's really hard to do it when, you know what I mean, it's so many distractions, and the world is made up, you know what I mean, to give us ADHD. You know what I mean? It's like, we watch this for a minute. Like, even with if you notice, even the songs now are shortened. Like, you might get a song with a verse and
Yeah,
a hook. You
yeah.
know what I
It's
mean?
really like 3 minutes.
They don't have that
They used
attention
to be
span.
like
No,
5.
they used to be 5. They really like 2 minutes now.
Yeah,
You get like a 2 minute song, like maybe a verse and a half and a hook, and it's
A
done.
verse, a hook, and feature,
Yeah,
and then
and it's
they yelling
gone.
out the producer, and it's over.
Because people's attention span has changed.
Yep.
You know what I mean? There's no more 5 minute, four or five verse songs. You know what I mean? Because people gonna turn, they're gonna switch, they're not even gonna watch the whole thing.
Can
And
you
so that's
imagine Ronald Isley coming out with a whole R&B album right now?
he got
It
one
would
out.
sell no copies. It would sell no copies.
No, he just dropped
About
one.
love, about
He
really.
just
love.
He did, like, literally.
Look,
no, he
look,
just dropped one. He got Rick
look.
Ross on it. He got 2 Chain on it. He got the
ADHD. He put
yo
short bus shorties on it.
yo, you gotta see
Short
it,
bus
man.
shot it.
Yo, you gotta see it, man. I was like,
Look, I'm looking it up
yo,
right now.
this is it. This is it. I said, this is it. This is when it happened, man. This is when it's over. But I think, yo, man, I think that's the world is shaping us for that, man. Like, honestly, like,
He 82 years old. Oh God.
yeah, he got a joint, man. We got one with 2 Chain,
It's
Quavo.
called Last. Look, it's called Last Time. Hey, look,
Oh snap.
he got the Hugh Hefner robe on. Like, do he not got a shirt on with his navel out?
Hey, man, sexy don't stop, man. You know what I mean? It don't stop.
Look, and he got a
Young
young bad
Silver
wife.
Fox.
Hey, I'm about to say, and he probably got like a 40-year-old.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm
he got a
saying?
bad wife too.
That's what
I
I'm
bet you.
saying though. Like, is there ever an end for us? No, as long as
No.
you the man, no.
Yo,
So, but that's the point though. That's what, like, man, it ain't real. So you got to find the right situation. Like, because Hit kept saying the right person. Yeah, people change. The right situation. You got to find the right situation. As long as that makes sense, they got enough skin in the game. They got something to lose. You protect yourself at all times. And then if you decide to do something else, you decide to do something else. But yeah, man, if you doing it for that hit of endorphins, don't put your money in that.
That's a waste of
That's gonna
time.
be dangerous.
but
Yeah,
like,
that's gonna
yo,
be dangerous for you.
so if you're 80 and your lady's 40, you're aware that's not for love. That's not love. You know what I'm saying? It's not even for yourself. You know what you're getting out of that. So I think at a certain point, it's like, I don't know. Like I said, I think the love is just it's made up, man. It's not even real, because you're not doing the things for love after a certain point. I mean, you have this. It's more of an understanding. Like, come on, Ron. She knows. She's not going. Come on, dude. Like,
Look, think
I
about it.
know
Okay,
why
so
you're
when you
with me.
32, so you 32, she's 30, and you lose your money, and she leave you. Like, obviously it wasn't about love. Like, so it don't matter, like the age or whatever. Like, man, it's all about, at the end of the day, man, it's all about what can one do for the other and vice versa. Like, that's what it comes down to, regardless. So you need to keep that in mind at all times. Like, obviously, like, you ain't treating them like you ain't leaving money on the nightstand. I'm not saying that, but you have to understand that all relationships are transactional at certain levels. That's just what it is. And the quicker men understand that, the better they'll be. The better they'll be. Now, granted, it could ruin society, but it is what it is.
I think men want to love more. Like, I think we're more hopeless romantics than women are. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Like, we want that love, we want that compassion, we want intimacy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Women be like, I got to check. I don't need no man. We be like, we got to check. I need a woman.
Let me go find a woman, right?
Yeah, let me go find a woman.
Yeah.
Even when we broke,
remember back in the day.
even when we broke, we be like, I need a woman. We be broke. I need a woman. We got to check. I
Remember
need a
back in
woman.
the day, I can't remember where I heard this, but like they will always say, like, it's better to be the king's concubine than a peasant's wife.
Yeah, that's how they feel.
Like, you know what I mean? Like you, especially in our community, like you've heard sayings like, "I'd rather crown a Benz than an Ultima." Like, I'm telling you, like, it's the information's always been there. We've just chose not to listen to what they're saying.
You know what I can't stand to? Them dudes that never tell the truth about the situation.
How so?
You know what I'm saying? Like the dudes that be like that always say the right thing, say what they're supposed to say. The politically correct dudes about relationship. I hate them dudes.
Well, a lot of times it's a couple things, especially now is the whole pandering thing. If there's a check involved, that's why they're doing it. But and I've had this discussion with numerous women and even kind of my daughter recently. I was like, yo, the good guy only plays the good guy card because his face card ain't good. That's the only reason he do it. Like, why else would you do that? Why else would you be saying and all the things that are against nature? Like, yeah, I just want to be your friend. I just want to know, no, it ain't got to be nothing like that. Like, he's just waiting for his opportunity to get in there because his face card, hey, man, I really want to get at you. I think you're attractive. Could we spend time together?
That's different. No, but that's
like, you're whack.
That's all things.
That don't work for them.
That's all things being whatever. But I mean, I have being a friend with a female. We had this conversation already. Sometimes you're not really attracted to them. They're just.
But that's the point. Like, so those who can't just come through the front door, they're willing to sneak into the party through the back.
But no, I'm saying even like just because a dude's willing to be your friend don't necessarily mean that. I'm saying he's not attracted to you. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, it don't necessarily be attraction. It could be the situation is not right. So it could be. It don't have to be a level of attraction. Y'all could be two attractive people. It's just that situation is not. It's not. It doesn't fit right at that moment.
Yeah, there's no way I could be friends with a woman that's my type. I'll say it like that.
And that's my point.
Yeah. Like if she's my type, there's no way I could be friends with that woman.
Yeah, that's not real. Like,
yeah.
Like if you my friend, it's because you big and nasty, or just you know what I mean. Like either I'm trying to beg you, or I begged you already. But otherwise, we ain't friends. Like, get out of here. Like, no, that's not, and that's everybody knows that. But especially in that case, that's literally what dudes are doing. When their face card ain't good and they can't get to the front door, they can't get a ticket into the front entrance. They'll sneak around the back and get in and dirty Mac. Like that's literally what goes on. I see it all the time. I'll be like, and then they come to me and I give them the real. They'll be like, no, that ain't what he said. I'm like, well, I'm not trying to hit it, so that's why I can be honest with you. Did I freeze?
Was I froze that whole time?
Yo, I'm about to say, is this delay or something? Or he just like thinking? I was like, damn, he thinking hard. Like, you don't got a question? I say, Mo must have got him stuck. Mo got him stuck.
No, it just went through a whole thing where I didn't know what was going on. You asked the question, or what was you saying?
No, I was just saying it just doesn't like it's dudes are lying because they can't get what they really want. Head up.
No,
the dudes are lying. The dudes who got their pick ain't lying to them. They talking about I'm married, man. We, they might tell you like, oh, we separated, but I'm just living in the house for the kids. Bang, bang, bang. Like,
hey man, somebody told me told me a line this dude used. Oh man, son, he used a line. He was married, but he used the smoothest married line I've ever heard. I was like, damn, I gotta put that in the somewhere in the you know what I mean, in the book of rhymes, because like that was hard. Like, oh man, I'm gonna think about it. But like, yo, it was creative, like it was crazy. But I think most dudes lie. They lie for that, and then they lie, you know what I'm saying? They lie to sell the game. Like, so you think about it. If I know this is what you want, and this may not be me, but I'm gonna give you what you want, that's a lie. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you what I think you want to hear. It's a lie. You know what I mean? It's
I think we don't lie. We only tell the truth when we want to keep you. You know what I'm saying? Like we'll lie until we're blue in the face if we don't care if you're gonna be around long.
Yeah, but sometimes you'll tell the truth when you don't want to keep them. You be like,
it just depends. Like if anything, it might actually be the opposite. Like if anything, I think you're lying to keep the peace. You telling the truth to get them out of there. You know what I mean? Like you like, look,
I mean,
are we
that's
going
after the
anywhere?
fact.
Look,
I mean,
are we
because if
going
you don't
anywhere
really
with
care about
this?
the peace or
Did you ever
nothing, like,
see? Did you ever see us, being something more than just what we are? No. Like you,
that's
like
after. That's
no.
after.
That's what I'm saying. That's being true. The truth.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't.
Like
Yeah.
if it's the answer is no, not right now, but maybe later when I'm done playing, you like, oh, man, you never know what could happen in the future
No, that's a
when you don't
lie.
care. No.
No, that's a lie. Yeah,
So
true.
They be
yeah.
like, "How was it?" Yeah, it was alright. It was cool. You know, it was straight. Yeah.
Hey, episode. Look, that's an episode. Yo, how many chicks think that they're really putting it down and they're not? That's
Yeah.
Ooh.
the episode.
I think a
Yo.
lot of girls are humble, yo. Contrary to what is it? Contrary to popular belief, I think a lot of girls are way more humble than they are.
You're
Like, oh,
crazy.
my joint's
Yo,
wrong.
you tripping? I'm gonna tell you why the issue
You're
is this,
crazy.
y'all. Every time a woman has sex with a guy, I mean, I would say 99.9% of the time, he climaxes, right? The guy has an orgasm, right? We're trained to go until it's over. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So they automatically think because you did that it was good.
I don't
You know what I'm
think
saying? They all think
Yep.
that's why they be like, oh, he won't do it to me if I put this on him
Right.
because
I
every
give him a hit
dude,
of this. Like they got that blue magic. Like if I give him a hit of this.
no, because every dude that they had sex with climax. You know what I'm saying? Every dude. Like a dude, for instance, may not because he know, like, you know what I mean. Every woman that you had sex with may not never do it. You know what I'm saying? So it's different for us. So we got a different gauge on our performance than you know what I mean they do. So
Yep.
they all think that they're great, like it's great, and sometimes they don't know the struggle that we had to go to get there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna close my eyes and think about something. You know what I'm saying? Trying to find that little
Yep.
spot you can get. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, there'd be a lot they don't know about, man. I think it might
so.
give
Are
us
you
some
are you
insight.
are you admitted on this live broadcast that you had to think of somebody else while you was in something? Are you admitting that?
Who,
Yeah.
me? Nah. Yo,
What's up, Mo? Are you saying yes?
I am. Look, I am.
Yeah. I
Hey,
ain't
what's
gonna
that?
lie.
What's that? What they call that? A deep fake? Like you had
ooh.
to literally picture somebody else's face on. Yeah.
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
You ever flat out faked it? Act like after act like you busted and then
I
like
Yep.
did, yeah, I did, yo, I
Be
did. Just
like,
so it won't be no issues.
it's
true.
getting late. Let me
Yeah.
hurry. It's getting late. Like, go
Hey,
home.
so I do this one particular thing, right? And I had a conversation with a girl and was like, hey, it's good because I'm gonna do XYZ. And I forgot I told her. So it finally happened, and then she's like, "Hey, you didn't do X, Y, Z. Do it mean it wasn't good?" I said, "Oh, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that." You know what I'm saying?
Look, I heard pillow talking. It gave away his secret sauce.
Oh, she's like, "Are you said it wasn't good?" I said, "Oh, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
Dude,
We
told
good.
you,
We
they'll
good."
never know, son. They'll never know the extent. Like it's a lot, yo. Like I
So
never thought about nobody else's face, but I thought about somebody else's box. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, this was what's the name? I've been done. You know what I'm saying? Like I never you know what I'm saying? I'd be like, yo, you know what I mean? But I never went that deep with it. But I just you gotta let women know, man. Like all y'all don't have bomb, man. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all just okay. It's okay, but you're a good person. You know what I'm saying?
that post nut
He had a
is
great
real.
personality. Huh?
Yeah, that post nut is definitely real. Like I've like it's like
Look, that's the truth
everything I
serum.
felt for you or I liked you, I hate you. So, like soon as I be like, oh, I hate you.
That's the
I
real
don't like
world truth serum.
Oh yeah. If you start seeing everything, you be like, damn, she got pimples. Like
Right.
you be like,
you
yo,
seen that before. You seen it before.
Yeah.
You just said
You just
whatever.
overlooked it.
Yeah.
yo, I'm gonna tell you a true story though. This is a true story, man. Like, yo, I was smoking a hookah and got an upper respiratory infection. Like I didn't know I had one. Yeah, yes, and I think I'm allergic to smoke, but that's a whole nother thing, right? Cause when I came out the spot, I felt like a 300-pound rhino jumped in my nose, man. Like I was hurting. But I was dealing with this chick, right? And I thought she was tight. You know what I'm saying? And so I ended up going to get the shot. They get a steroid shot and they give you some antibiotics. So I'm taking it that night and I'm with her. I'm hanging out. I'm like, okay, yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's cool. You know, it's cool. The next morning, the medicine kind of kicked in. Because when I went outside, everything looked super bright. And she walked me to the car, and that's the first time I really seen her. I was like, yo, she is not who I thought she was. Like, it was like, yo, so like the sun was real bright on her. I could see like all the flaws, yo. I was just
That's
like, yeah.
That's the whole nightclub effect.
Yeah, like the whole, like, you ever see Seinfeld when she's in a certain light and it looked good and she got it, like, yo, that's like, I was like, yo, like, I can see clearly now. You know what I mean? Like that was that post.
I'm just dead. You got walked to the car. Was that the walk of shame for you?
Oh, son, that was a good bye walk.
Hey, remember that walk and that damn walk? Like, ooh.
Yo, I put on Forever My Lady and pulled off. You know what I'm saying?
But hey, fellas, I'm glad to keep y'all for an hour. I'm hungry. I ain't eating nothing in a minute. So hey, good episode, man. And shoot, man, we'll see the people back here next week.
Yo, cut the tape, son. Cut the tape.